All right. I think that should be good. Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Friday Night Fight Talk. Um, I, as always, I don't think it's ever been different. I'm your host, Chase 2006. Uh, and welcome back. Glad you're here with us. I don't know why I'm saying so much. I think this is gonna be one of those episodes. So, yeah, there we go again. I'm gonna keep calling myself out on that. So this weekend we got UFC Fight Night. We got Manel Kape versus Almabayev. Originally, I believe I don't believe I know this is Brandon Royval versus Manel Kape. But Royval is out with a concussion, and Asu Almabayev, who's supposed to face Steve Urseg, has stepped up to face Manel, and Steve Urseg is now fighting Marino. Which, if I'm being completely honest, should probably be the complete opposite, but doesn't matter. So yeah. Um, Hope everyone's doing good. Um, my parents are out of the house this week. They're on vacation. They're in Costa Rica. They left me all alone by my lonesome here, so I have to look up after my old dog and my two little shit cats. But yeah, just a bunch of beers and babes coming over. Just less babes and more beer. But yeah, it should be fun, hopefully. I can't wait to watch this fight night tomorrow. I know this is a shit card, but it's nice to watch it by myself every once in a while. So this card, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is a pretty shit card. This could be one of the worst cards of the year. We've got 3 ranked fighters on the card, and one of those fights is the first fight of the card. Like, why? Um, but yeah, I guess let's get right into it. I think I've caught something. I don't know. I might be sick. I've been tired all day. Blah 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 blah. I'm probably gonna go to bed after this. I'm probably gonna forget to make the post on verdict like I always do. I might just make it right when I take this because my Friday Night Fight Talk posts are always so low. That they just take forever to reach the top. I'm gonna need a little boost of energy here. I actually over this past week has been huge for me. Actually this whole month has been huge. I had my birthday, obviously. But then fuck, what did I do? Yesterday I voted. I voted for the first time. And when I went in there, they're like, "Is this your first time voting?" I was like, "Yep." And then they all yelled out, "First time voter," and everyone looked at me and just started clapping, and I could not. Oh, that was weird. Um, I got accepted into college. And I last week I leveled up in Muay Thai. And now I know Muay Thai doesn't really have a strict level, but to put it in perspective, there's only 2 levels above me now. There's only red and then there's black. Um, so I'm really proud of myself. But yeah, less about me. I am this is gonna be a first. Believe me, this is gonna be weird. Um, I don't know if anyone knows what a Zin is. It's like a little packet of, I think it's just straight nicotine. Now I don't smoke cigarettes. It's awful for my cardio. It's killed so many people in my family. But we're gonna pop one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit of a fiend for these things, and it's a bit of a problem. I need to get off these things like ASAP. Um, Fuck it, we do it live. Okay, it gives me a little burst of energy. Only really do these when I'm tired, which is a lot. So, kicking up the card. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, is it in? Okay, we're good. Kicking up the card. And I hate that this is the first fight on the card. I really hate that this is the first fight on the card. We got Charles Johnson versus Ramazan Temirov. So Charles Johnson, insanely active fighter. I was talking to, I forget who made the post on verdict. Someone was saying Joshua Van, super active. Um, And I was like, hold on. Charles Johnson, I think he KO'd Van. And I remember it, he did. Because I remember I was super pissed at him because I bet on Van. I was like, Van's going to kick his ass. Van's been doing super good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Van's ranked now. Should be above Kai Asakura, who literally got dominated for 2 rounds. And they're just like, we'll give him a ranking. But Charles Johnson, I think he's super good. Pound for pound, one of the worst haircuts in the UFC, though. If you've ever seen it, it's like he's balding, but he still wants to keep the hair on just the back of his head. And we got Ramazan Temirov here. I remember finding out about this matchup. I didn't even know this matchup was a thing until like a while ago. Temirov has 1 win in the UFC. And I mean at flyweight, I guess you can get away with 1 win. Fucking heavyweight, you can get away with getting a ranked opponent in your debut. He's got a win over CJ Vergara. You know, he's all right. I think he's had a couple losses, but he also had a couple wins. But overall, who am I picking here? I'm going to pick Charles Johnson to win a decision. I think a lot of people are really underestimating him in this matchup. Just because he's from Uzbekistan, like we've seen it with Ruzaboyev. They're not always the greatest. And I think it's going to be the same thing for Charles Johnson here. Temirov here. I just don't think he's going to be quite ready for the rankings, especially up against Charles Johnson here. I am picking Charles Johnson to win a decision. Okay, next up. Boom. Jack shit. We got Andrea Lee versus JJ Aldrich. I swear I've heard of JJ Aldrich before, but don't quote me on that. She's got a few wins, maybe like over a road to UFC if I'm remembering properly. All in all, I'm going to go JJ Aldrich decision. Just shits and giggles. Don't even need to explain that one. Okay, next up, this one's all right. Danny Silva versus Lucas Almeida. Man, I'm just fucking flying through these. I rambled on for like 5 minutes. Danny Silva versus Lucas Almeida. So Lucas Almeida, you may or may not know him. He had a fight with Andre Fili not that long ago. He got fucking knocked out. So that was good. And he's also lost to Pat Sabatini. He's coming off a good win. He's only got a couple wins in the UFC. Danny Silva over here. He's got that. I think it was 305. Was it 305? No, it must have been earlier. He beat Josh Kulabau here. Who just got cut. The UFC just released a shit ton of fighters, and he was one of them. Overall, I'm actually gonna pick Lucas Almeida to win a decision. Danny Silva, what I saw was good out of that first fight. But I really think Almeida, he's got more experience. I think he's more well-rounded in general. I will say he wins a decision. I will not say he finishes them. Yeah, just a unanimous decision. Holy fuck, we're almost at prelim headliner. I'm gonna also later, I know probably everyone listening to this has already seen my cracked fucking parlay that I cooked up, but I'm kind of thinking of making that like a every card thing. A cracked parlay. Because I did one for Seattle, and it didn't quite hit, but it was close. So next up, we got Ricardo Ramos, Shepe Mariscal. Imagine calling him by Shepe. Is it Shep? I don't even know how I would say his name. So he's coming off a win. He's got really good wins. Overall, his win streak has actually been really impressive. So his last win was Damon Jackson, who just lost to Jim Miller. No shame in losing to Jim Miller. And he beat Morgan Charrier and Jack Jenkins, who both are, in that lightweight area, featherweight area, you might know them, you might not. But they're all pretty high unranked level at featherweight. And then we got Ricardo Ramos, who yet again is coming off a win over Josh Kulabau, and I'm saying yet again because fucking why did I say that? Just that happened the last time. Is this gonna be a trend? Like we're gonna see like a bunch of Kulabau wins. And he lost to what's his face, Julian Arosa, and also lost to Charles Jourdain. If you didn't know, the GOAT, future Bantamweight champion? No, that's Zahabi. Zahabi's future bantamweight champion. Oh, I'm spewing fucking. I'm spewing lies here, boys. Um, Overall, I am going to pick Mariscal. I will say, I think he wins a decision. He has one finish in the UFC. That's over Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins just got finished not that long ago. I'm gonna say Mariscal. He wins a decision. He's only got one finish in the UFC. And Ramos, he's been submitted. So if he gets to the ground, I could definitely see a submission. But I'm going to say he just loses a decision. And then we got prelim headliner. Part of my huge parlay here. We got Austin Lane versus Mario Pinto. If anyone didn't know, actually, I found this out not that long ago. Austin Lane played in the NFL. So NFL bums at heavyweight, we seem to have a trend. Like we had Greg Hardy. I think it was the same team. I think he played for the Panthers too. Greg Hardy played for the Panthers, or might have been the Jaguars. Hang on, we'll do the quick Google search. Austin Lane, NFL Austin Lane. Let's see. Yeah, he played for the Jags, and that is that the Titans. Austin Lane stats. Let's see. So he's a defensive end for 6'6". Oh, hang on. This is outdated as fuck. Stats. Give me stats. Career? I go to career. Jack shit. Okay, hold on. Nah, because now I'm intrigued. Okay. Good old Wikipedia never hurts anyone. Okay, so yeah. Austin Douglas Lane, born November 7th or November 9th, blah, 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 blah. Went to Murray State. Was drafted in the 5th round in the 2010 NFL draft. Okay, so career history we have here. He played for the Jaguars for 2 years. He played for the Chiefs. That's with an asterisk. No. Let's see. Chiefs. He was claimed off waivers by the Kansas City Chiefs in June 14th, 2013. Lane was signed by the Lions, but then was cut. If you had to get cut by the 2013 Lions, oh fuck, you must have been real shit. Oh, listen, I love the Lions, but holy fuck. Then Lane was signed by the Chicago Bears and was also released and then resigned and then retired. So 5-year NFL career, probably pretty shit. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big defense guy. I have if anyone still watches football, the Buffalo Bills, that's my team. I love the Bills. Number 2 is the Bears. I was born a Bears fan, and I just stopped being a Bears fan because they're just so horrible. They're so bad, man. Well, like they're still my number 2, but like, oh man. And I like all the NFC North teams except for the Packers. I hate the Packers. That's a team I can unanimously hate. I like the Vikings and I like the Lions. But the Bears, they've been horrible forever. I thought Caleb Williams was going to be our thing, and just nah. I'm getting off track. Anyone who listens that doesn't know American football is just fucking fuming right now. But I have AJ Epinesa. I think he might be defensive end. Fuck, what position do you play? I don't know. I don't want to go on the football stint. This is MMA. Austin Lane, going back to it. Played football, kind of a bum in the UFC, lost to Yonata Deniz. If you remember, that was a crazy KO. I don't know how well his chin is. I don't know if his chin's very good. I want to say he beat, he either beat or he either lost to Greg Hardy on the Contender Series. I think he lost. If I'm not wrong. But he had that win over Rubelas Despain, which was just the nail in the coffin. Like, Despain just looked like a fucking can. Got him cut. But he does have a loss to the bum, Justin Tafa, who's another fucking can. So he's got one win in the UFC over who looked like a really good prospect at the time. But then we got Mario Pinto, who's looking like a really good prospect off the Contender Series. And do I fuck myself with the pick here? Now, the parlay says otherwise, but I'm going to say Mario Pinto is probably going to TKO him in round 1. I'm not going to lie. I don't think Austin Lane's improved that much. Rubelas of Spain was a fucking can. I think Mario Pinto really rambled on about football for that long. Jesus Christ, I'm looking at the time. Yeah, I think Mario Pinto's going to TKO him really easily. It's going to be pretty bad. But my parlay says Austin Lane by decision. All right. Next up, so we got welterweight. We got, starting off the main card, sorry. We got Danny Barlow versus Sam Patterson. Danny Barlow is a huge favorite coming into this, but I feel like a lot of people are forgetting who Sam Patterson is. Danny Barlow, don't get me wrong, looks like a really good prospect. He had that win over Josh Quinlan, and then fucking what's his face, the guy that pushed the guy on Seattle. At least I think I could be getting it confused. He's undefeated, but Sam Patterson exists. Excuse me. So Sam Patterson, he's coming. I think he has 2-fight win streak right now. Had a really good win over Kiefer Crosby. I think it was his last fight. Trying to remember. Really good win. I think it was 304. Was the last one. I won't lie, this is gonna be a tough matchup for Danny Barlow here, and I might pick Sam Patterson by a submission here. I'm not gonna lie. This one's been really close for me. Because Patterson only has that one loss super long ago. Yep, fuck it, we ball. We're going Sam Patterson, round 2 submission. I'm calling it. I'm calling it now. Danny Barlow is losing his O. A lot of people in the UFC lately have been losing their O's, and let's add Danny Barlow to that club. Okay, next up. Now, I won't lie. By the logic of his last fight, he should be getting a ranked opponent, but he's not. We got Hyder Emil versus William Gomez. William Gomez coming off kind of a robbery win over Joe Anderson Brito, but on my first watch, this is a hot take, I actually thought Gomez won. Really hot take, I know. I see a lot of people, and I love Joe Anderson Brito. Watching that fight, I actually thought Gomez won. On my first playthrough. Now, I haven't rewatched it since. But I would argue for Brito anyways. So Hyder Emil. Sorry. Trying to look up his stats here. So Hyder Emil, 2 wins in the UFC. He's good. William Gomez coming off that win over Anderson Brito. Kind of risky. Still a really close fight. And then he has that win over the guy that Peyton Talbot knocked out in like 13 seconds. All in all, both of them here. I don't know much about Emil. He's all right. He's good. I can't say anything special about him. I am going to say Gomez wins a decision. And will probably get a ranked opponent after this. And I think he probably should have after he beat Anderson Brito. Because I won't lie, if Anderson Brito won, would have 100% said he gets a ranked opponent. As for who he gets, Giga Chikadze. I know he's already booked, but the winner of that fight, maybe. Those are just 2 tall featherweights duking it out. And then, now, this should be the co-main, in my opinion. I won't lie. We got Nasrat Haqparast versus Esteban Ribovic. Haqparast, now this is one I think is a robbery, is coming off a robbery win over Jared Gordon. I think that was a fucking blatant robbery. I think Jared Gordon might be the king of getting robbed. Because he did not win that fucking fight. His hands were down the whole time. Jared Gordon was actually like just straight up teeing off on this guy. I swear to God. And Ribovic obviously coming over that fight of the year with Daniel Zellber. Very close fight, but a very good fight. I still think he won that. And he's got that KO over Terrence McKinney too. So who do I think wins this? I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if he KOs him because that's what my parlay says. I'm going to say Esteban Ribovic wins a decision. I don't think he'll KO him. But my crack parlay that I'll explain later, I do have him winning by KO. Yeah. That's all I got to say about that. Shout out to you if you get that reference. Forrest Gump. Amazing movie. Okay. Co-main. Holy fuck. This is an awful co-main event. I feel like, honestly, I'm not going to lie. If Cody Brundage loses this, he's getting cut. Anyways, we got Cody Brundage versus Julian Marquez. Cody Brundage, he's probably getting sent to the PFL. Let's be completely honest. This is the same man who had a main card appearance on UFC 300, boys. Let's not forget that. This is the real deal here. Oh, man. They were really struggling to put together the highlight reel for this card. I guess this card as a whole. Probably just him on UFC 300. This is just the battle of the fucking cans, and also people that beat Zachary Reese. Yeah, I don't got much to say about this. This is just a shitty co-main. I'm gonna say Julian Marquez wins a decision, and Cody Brundage gets sent into the PFL. About it. Oh wait, no. Marquez lost to Zachary Reese. I'm fucking stupid. At least Brundage beat him. Yeah, I'm going to say Julian Marquez wins a decision. Cody Brundage is kind of a cam, but I can see him winning. And then, this fight. Main event. Manel Kape versus Sue Almabayev. Now, this is kind of underrated. Because I won't lie. How the fuck are people not picking a Sue Almabayev here? Like, let's be completely honest. This guy's looked great recently. And flyweight, not that competitive a decision, and Mateusz Nicolau had a huge fall off, but he beat Mateusz Nicolau pretty confidently. And I'm not doing MMA math here, but Mateusz did beat Kape, and it doesn't feel like 4 years has passed, but 4 years has passed. And why? I'm saying this now. Why are people so high on Manel Kape after he beat Bruno Silva, dude? Bruno Silva got his ass whooped by Josh Van, and I get that technically the round where Silva got a point taken away, that technically was a 10-7 round, because I will say he 10-8'd him in that round. Hot take. But that was a really impressive performance by Manel, but come on, guy. Like, we can't be that high on him. This guy's so hit and miss. Got his ass whooped by Makayev. Had a good fight against Felipe Dos Santos, but that's an unranked fighter. And David Dvorak, I fucking forget his name. He's not even in the UFC anymore, I don't think. At least I don't think he is. But yeah, like, people can't be this high on Manel still. I gotta say, Sue Almabayev is gonna win a decision. And that's my bet. And the underdog pick for that is huge. If you have a parlay, or just a bet, you want to make a bet, I'm telling you the best bet you can make on this card is probably a Sue Almabayev to win a decision, because those odds are crazy. The underdog odds for that are crazy. Now, before we get into Q&A, I am going to explain my crack parlay. So I've been talking about my crack parlay this whole time, and if you're on Verdict, which is probably most of you guys, you probably saw it. It involves 3 fighters, so it involves Sue Almabayev, Esteban Ribovic, and Austin Lane. Austin Lane being the most risky out of all of those. Involves a Sue Almabayev winning a decision, Esteban Ribovic winning by a KO, and Austin Lane winning a decision. The odds combined for this are plus 20,000. Okay, that is crazy, because the last two, Sue Almabayev and Esteban Ribovic, those are realistic. Those could happen. But my heart could be broken if the prelim headliner does not go Austin Lane's way, which definitely is probably not going to happen, which is where the huge underdog thing comes in here. So if Austin Lane wins a decision, I could be cruising. I could make some bank on this. Anyways, let's run some Q&A here. Excuse me. So, let's see. So what up with that pussy Dan Hooker? We're starting off strong here. He can fight Jalen Turner with a broken arm, but he can't beat Justin Gaethje with a broken hand. There is a huge gap between Jalen Turner and Justin Gaethje. In my opinion, I don't think Jalen Turner should really be ranked. But that's just me. But yeah, I'm sad he pulled out. But his paw was pretty broken. He's got a pretty broken hand. I just hate it happened, and I won't lie. Dan Hooker, I looked at his ESPN thing. I'm gonna pull it up again so I can go over this. He's a bit of a fucking pullout merchant, and I haven't really recognized it until now. He's got a lot of canceled fights. Where is that? Oh, it might be. let's see. Dan Hooker canceled fights. We're gonna run the quick Google search on this. Dan Hooker canceled fights. Or Dan Hooker fight history. Look this up real quick. So, oh man, where is it? Tapology. There we go. Tapology. So, recently, we've had Dan Hooker has pulled out of 3 fights within the past year or two? 2 years. 2 years, my bad. 2023, March 4th, he pulled out against Dalen Turner. Then, in December 2023, he pulled out against Bobby Green. And now recently, he's pulled out against Justin Gaethje. I just think that this guy's a bit of a pullout merchant, and a lot of people haven't recognized this. Now, king of pullout merchants is still Khamzat. I think Khamzat and Paulo Costa are like the king of pullout merchancy. But right now, Dan Hooker's looking pretty good. He's in those ranks. Kudalaba by sub. That was crazy. I wasn't expecting that, especially over Ibo Aslan. What the fuck? That pick was fucked. I did great on the prelims. Or sorry, no, I did horrible on the prelims. I did great on the main card. That also, let's just say those prelims were fucking insane on UFC Seattle. They're amazing. All finishes. I really wasn't expecting that, especially Ricky Simone. He KO'd Bashrat. Now I'm scared because Zahabi just beat him by a decision. On Henry's eye poke, do you think it was as serious as he's making it out to be, or do you think he knew he was losing and wanted it a no contest? That was my thought at first. I really thought he was just making it a no contest, but then Herzog made it like a 3-round scorecard thingy. And I mean, yeah, I think it is serious because he did actually post the injuries, but he was really acting it like, oh my god, guys, yo, I can't see, I can't see out my eye. And I'm glad Herzog noticed that he probably should have taken a point away. It was a bit of a mistake. I hope they run it back. I actually hope they run it back. His last fight, Kape Mariscal missed weight, coming in 3 pounds over the featherweight limit. How do you think he comes to the scales this fight? Well, as I'm recording this as of Friday, because I record these podcasts the day of in case anything changes. For example, 311, I was literally watching the weigh-in show live. He clearly made weight. Manel Kape has also lost the fight with the scale a few times. Okay, that I was not confident with happening. I really didn't think Manel was going to make weight. But he did. I was really surprised when he stepped on the scale and made weight. Like, how many fights did he have canceled with Mateusz Nicolau? He missed weight so many times, man. And yeah, now he's made weight. I really did not think he was going to make weight. How about that Cody Brundage co-main? Ah, fuck. Yeah, I already talked about it. Oh, man, I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't care for Kape the way he was spouting off at Kai Kara France for getting injured and having to withdraw from the match. Hope he gets his ass beat. I have a love-hate with Manel. I think he's all right when he's against someone that I don't like. Yeah, like when he was against Makayev, like I wanted him to win against Makayev. I don't think anyone wants Makayev to win. He's a little fucking rodent. I was opening my UFC cards the other day. I pulled a fucking 6 Stipe out of that same pack, autographed. But I pulled a little card out, and it was like in the shape of a glove. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Who's it gonna be? Fucking Muhammad Makayev. He's not even in the UFC anymore. It doesn't fucking matter. Fight of the night will be the featured bout of Kelvin Gastelum's twin versus Esteban Rivic. Yeah, I think that should be fight of the night. I think that should be pretty good. Well, those guys can put on a war, and not a Sean Strickland war. Does Patterson sub Barlow? Yeah, I think so. I'm not going to lie. I just said it earlier. Yeah, I agree. I think Patterson subs Barlow. Looks like 2P breaks in the first 3 fights. Hope you can hold it for the rest of the night. Lol. Cheers. Wait, where's the... Oh! Did they cancel a fight? Because I remember I was looking at Q&A the first time. I was like, what the fuck happened? I was looking at questions like, who the fuck are these guys? um, but yeah, I guess that's really it. Um, I hope people are fucking hyped for the what's it called? 313. 313 looks so heat, and I'm general tickets went on sale for 315. I'm trying to go. Cheapest I found was 500. That's outrageous. I actually think I probably would have been able to go to Taylor Swift for cheaper. Too bad I'm not a fucking Swiftie. Um, but the pre-sale tickets, the cheapest I could find was 1900 Canadian for it. Holy fuck. Jesus H. Christ on a fucking motorbike. Oh my god. Like it was it was so bad. I just want to be there. I just want to be there. I want to go to an event so bad. Um but if I can go, I can't wait. Even if it's Bilal, even if it's Valentina, that card looks so good right now. Especially for a Canadian card. It looks fucking amazing for a Canadian card. Like how many ranked fighters have we already gotten announced for it? That's more than fucking it's probably more than 297, the Edmonton Fight Night, all the Canadian events over the years combined. Like, we've got Bilal and JDM, Valentina and Manon. We got Jose Aldo and Zahabi, Andrade and Jasmine, Gilbert Burns, Michael Morales, Grasso Silva. I mean, I don't really care about Grasso Silva that much, hot take. But, and rumors, I guess, it's kind of already announced, but UFC hasn't really announced it. It's BSD and Yoel Alvarez too. Which I can't wait for it. I really can't wait for it. I'm so excited. I'm surprised they put Aldo in Montreal. Really. Too bad he's gonna get his ass whooped. What? I didn't say anything. And the Kansas City fight night looks amazing too. And Gene Silva and Bryce Mitchell on 314. 314 is just getting better, better, and better. It's so good right now. Like, Volk, Lopez, amazing. Chandler, Pimblett, all right. I hate Chandler, but I'm probably going to pick him. Bryce Mitchell, Gene Silva, oh, fucking amazing. Yair, Pitbull, Jeff Neal, Prates, Ige, Woodson, Krylov, Reyes. Like, come on. This card is amazing, and there's still another fight to be announced for it. One fight. Now, is it going to be good? Maybe. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully just some good unranked prospects, or maybe someone trying to break into the rankings. That's all I really need. That's all that card really needs. The UFC's going to Qatar, and the great Shamil Meal Deal Gaziv is that could be the main event. I'm not sure. But he's on it. I'm gonna hope that's not the main event, but it's on it. Kansas City looks great. Jamal Hill, Khalil Roundtree. Hopefully, just Khalil doesn't accidentally take steroids again. Giga Chikadze fighting David Onama. Michel Pereira fighting Abbas Magomedov. Fucking battle of the gas tanks. And Anthony Smith in his poor retirement fight against Zhang Min Yang. Oh my, oh. Man, I just fucking moan. That sounded really fucking gay. I don't want Anthony Smith to be sent off like that, but unfortunately I think he's going to. And I don't like that, what's his face? Alonzo Menafield went up in the rankings. I think that's stupid. I like DeRitter in the rankings, though. I think that's great. I guess that's it. Yeah. I don't really got anything else to say. This week's gonna be fun. Next episode will obviously be up Friday. Kind of thinking of I kind of wanted to do a cooking video randomly. I've always wanted to do a cooking video. I might just randomly upload that and just post a verdict and be like, yo, Jay's is cooking a steak. I've been cooking steak lately. Just the thing with cooking steak is, we have a Blackstone, like a grill outside. I don't really like using it because it's cold as fuck in Canada, right now. Lots of snow. We've had the same snow. It's snowing today. It's been the same snow for like 2 weeks. In Southern Ontario, we don't really get that. I'm right on the border of the US. I'm like a 2-hour drive away from the border. We don't really get that. But yeah, when I make a steak, the smoke alarm always goes off. It always goes off, and it's not that the steak's bad. The steak's always amazing, but the smoke just drafts right to the smoke alarm or the seam. So I have to open up the back door, put the screen over it, put the front door. Thank God we have a screen on that. I have to open them both up. And the thing with my cats is I found a little loophole. There's a little hole in the front door screen. I just kind of get through it, which isn't fun. So I don't like opening it. I've gone on far too long. So yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna try and recover because I'm really not feeling that good right now. And yeah, I guess I'll see y'all next week.